All right, there. Welcome back, folks, to another episode of Disciple of Morango. We're making a text-based adventure game. Oh, today I think we're gonna work on items. I think we're gonna spend a little bit of time on this. I realized I had put an item into an HPP. I don't like this. This is not good. Same with weapon. I don't like this. Um, this makes me feel dirty. And the truth is that this should be a class, you know. And I think this is the same with items. It should be a class. The truth is that this is C++. We can have types.hpp. This is fine. I'm totally cool with this. You know what? It even could just be a header, if I'm being honest with you. I don't think we need the pp. Um, yeah. Yeah, this is the way. And this goes here. You know what? I think these could probably. Oh, can you not yeah, okay. We'll have to add a new filter. Call this items. I think this makes sense. Um want to keep some organization, because it will get out of hand really quick. And yeah, you just don't want it to get out of hand. I am going to have to fix this eventually because, yeah, it's totally fine. I'm cool with it. Yeah, so weapons, items. Okay, let's fix item first. So, first, we'll slap these in here. Oh, whoops. Oh, 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 oh. Gotta include item. Yes. Alrighty. Ooh, what was that? In name, value is in value, weight is in weight. Hmm. I think this is correct. Am I crazy? Nah. Hold on, hold on. Let's rebuild the solution, see what we get. Is item a struct? No, it's a class. Now, here's the question. Does it make sense to make items like, like in Unreal Engine, right? We do like F is for a struct, E is for an enum, A is for some type of like an actor. You know, U is like some type of object. So here, this would be like an A item. This is a text-based adventure game. We're not going that deep. We're not playing that game. Hold on. This should return an item. No? Because, right? Because if you're dealing with something, right, and you have some like vectim of item pointers, that's like an inventory, for example, and you want to say like you want to scan this inventory, right, and you have items like 0, 1, 2, and then you want to type something, right? Here is going to go like the name of the item, the type of the item, if it has damage. I don't know, like whatever. We can have some things. We have like the weights, and we have like the cost. We input 0, yes or no if you want to sell it, right? So then we have like, if you want to sell, you want to sell item 0. Hmm. It makes you think. Is is buying or selling an item, is this a function of an item or is this a function of an inventory? I think it's a matter of I think this is to do with the inventory. Hmm. Yeah, this is going to be revisited quite a bit, I think. Um, yeah. This is going to be a base class that gets a lot of work over time. There we go. Alrighty then. All right, let's refactor this out into how they should be. We will. Yeah, I don't think these should be structs. It kind of makes sense though, right? We don't need these. This is basic polymorphism, right? Don't need this also. Sort of the point of inheritance, not polymorphism, my bad. Hmm. Okay. So this is going to return damage. What is damage? Let's take a look at this. I haven't seen this in a while. Okay. So we're going to pass in our damage type, our dice roll, magic type, and magic damage. And that's all of our. Mm-hmm. Dice size, dice rolls. Okay. This makes sense, I think. This should probably come with a warning. Okay. Let's go back to the weapon here. What else do we need to break in? Get magic. Should these be const? I guess so. Ooh, what is the macro? This is like print. This is like print damage rolls, right? Did I call this display? This is print. Fuck display. Yeah. Yep, 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 yep. It makes me wonder. It makes you wonder. You know what makes you wonder? You don't even have to bother with any of that. Size. Size. Sides. Sides. Oh my God. Sides, not size. Jesus. And then we just do sides, insides, rolls. Right? And then we can also just. Oh wow, did I? Oh wow, I whipped that. And then we can just overload this. Yeah, and we can just take in a dice to roll, I suppose. Yeah. And plus equals rand mod to roll dot sides plus one. Then we just we return temp. Cool. So now a dice is a thing, right? So an item, a weapon, doesn't need these two variables. It just needs a dice. Right? What would you even call that? Like dice roll? Rolls? Oh, this needs. Maybe we should be doing that. We'll see. Yeah, this makes sense. Hmm. This makes sense, I think. This is backwards, right? It should be like a one die two. Yeah, 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 yeah. Insides. No, 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 no. This is a struct, so it should be an F dice. Yeah. Okay, it looks like we're off on this side track here. Okay. Yeah, I don't think we need this. I think this is a part of dice. F dice. Yeah. No default constructor for F dice exists. Pragma region. End region. Okay. Yeah, this makes sense. Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah, I like this. I like this. So here we're gonna return damage type, which should be E damage type. How did this? Oh no, because oh I see. I see. I see. Because this is my damage type. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. 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 Okay. 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 So we have weapons, right? Oh man, is it time to like? I don't want to comment any of this. I can't give a. No, I'm not doing that yet. We'll have a day. I'll have a day when it's way too late to do so, and it's been a monstrous disaster, and I'm gonna go through and Doxygen comment everything. This is the way. This is the way. This is the way. There's no better way to do it than to be a complete degenerate and only comment your code at the end. Oh. This is the only way. So we have an item. So we have this weapon here, right? Um, So here's an issue, right? I don't know how to do if you can do this. And hmm. So here's something I don't know if you can do. I don't think you can define an action. Yeah. So how do we use items? How do we declare std function? What the fuck is std function? What does this do? I've never heard of this before. Deprecated. Oh, cool. Oh, removed in C++ 20. Okay, yeah, fuck it. All right, all right. Okay. You can store this in std function. Int. Not what I want. Not what I want. Not what I want. See, this... $0x using the auto keyword. So this is interesting. So what does this do? So if I were to say here, I want... So if I were to say auto pfunc is nothing equals func1, but what does this unsigned int equals... Okay. Ah, no. You know, that's the thing, right? It's like you have to know what you want, and the issue is that okay, here this is the dilemma, right? You want to use some function, right? So if I want to use a potion, I want to return an integer. And I want to delete myself. Which means I think an item needs uses. Because every item, in some sense of the word, has a use case. A potion, you drink it. A weapon, you attack with it. Which means it would logically make sense to overload that use operator with, because you think about it, like, you want durability, right? And durability on weapons and armor is not the same as the amount of times that you can use an item. Like, I've never played a video game. Well, you know, durability in Minecraft is literally how many times you use the item until you get unbreaking, which gives you a percentage modifier to not take durability down on the item. In World of Warcraft, I have no fucking idea what's going on with that, but if you die, you lose a ton of durability. I know that same system has been used in other games. So I suppose that raises the decision. Or not raises the decision, rather, raises the question. What is durability? Because on one hand, you know, durability, on one hand, this is like a one-to-one thing. However, I feel more like this is like potions. Uh, let's not say potions. Let's say consumables, right? Which would be, yeah, we can say potions. This would be like potions, scrolls, keys, right? Maybe you can use a key 1, 2, 3 times and it breaks. We'll put an asterisk on this. Ooh, get back here with it. Um, Stop. Stop trying to be clever. I hate it when computers try to be smart. It's like, just stop. Stop. I know that you're stupid and I love you to bits. You stupid, silly, Billy little cuddly wuddly monster. Fuck off trying to be smart like this. Don't do that. Nowhere in the universe am I going to press the asterisk inside of a comment and want you to close the comment. Suck a dick. Oh, God. Oh, become a software engineer, they said. Um, yeah, so we have this like one-to-one sort of thing, right? But then we sort of have this use case of like unknown to one, which is like armor, weapons, maybe a staff, or like a wand, right? This would be like a magic, staff, like a magic wand, something in which you can like cast spells from, right? Maybe you have a wand with like, but no, is that even true? I don't think that's even true. A shield. Yeah, a shield is an interesting one, right? Because so here's why I'm hesitant to just say equipment. Um, I cannot spell equipment. 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 Equipment? Okay, listen. Listen. I worked all day today. I am exhausted. All right. I was interviewing interns, doing all sorts of stuff. I'm exhausted. Okay. We're going to let it go. We're letting it go today. Okay. We're going to let it go. Here's my thing. Let's say you have a weapon. Let's say this weapon rolls less than is less than 50% of your max damage, right? We have a 1 die 6. You roll a 1, 2, 3. You roll a 1 or a 2. Okay? I see a universe where this costs 0 durability. I can see that. Like, you hit somebody so lightly, it didn't damage your weapon at all. Right? Now, there's also a universe in which you roll a 1, which ends up being like, you know, like a critical fail where it breaks the weapon. This is also a potential. You know, you could have it like you roll a 1, then you roll a 1 die 6, right? You say like if you know, you do like if the damage roll equals 1, then you say, you know, if damage roll equals 1 and the critical fail, you know, how do I say it? Like critical fail would just be like you know what I mean? Like what am I looking for here? So the damage roll is the dice that you have, and then your deal damage, right? So if like the damage dealt equals 1 and the damage and you roll again, right? And if this also equals 1, right, then this is like a critical failure and your durability is like minus, you know, it's like minus dice roll your damage roll. And you can lose a ton of durability. But I think that by default, anything under 50% of your damage doesn't need to deal durability on your weapon because you're just like you didn't hit hard enough. And with any kinetic weapon, bludgeoning, piercing, all these things, it's a kinetic weapon, right? You are literally like if you used a hammer and you barely tap the hammer on a nail, the nail won't go down and you won't scuff up the head of the hammer. But if you whack the crap out of that thing, well, you know, there's a chance that you could break the hammer in half if you hit it hard enough, right? What is a critical success? Like, this is weapon specific stuff, but I think that this matters, right? Because this might not want to be a void. You know, this might want to return a Boolean. Is it, oh, what the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? Identifier bool unidentified. Well, why the fuck did you suggest it to me then? Bool one by one? What the fuck is this? Unidentified. Okay, 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 okay. You know what? Maybe visual assist is just getting a little retarded here. Every now and again, software can be a little fucking weird. It is what it is. So, okay. It makes sense that we need durability. And it makes sense that when you use an item, we should just remove the durability of that item, right? We should just chop it off. It just happens. Okay, now this is where it gets spicy. When you create an item or you buy an item, for example, or sell, which I gotta have to remember to do, there's two options. One, you get to keep the broken item. Maybe you can repair it. Maybe you can sell the broken item for 1/10 what you paid for it. Or maybe you just lose the fucking thing. Excuse me. And if you lose it, should we just register a delegate inside of the inventory for every single item? So like when it gets deleted, we pass a reference of the inventory into the item. And then the item, no, we don't want to do it like that. We want to have the item call up to the inventory. So we'll just delete it. And then on use, we'll just have it delete directly out of the inventory. Interesting choices. Choices, 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 choices. So look, I think this is a future Tyler problem, right? Shut up with your fuck off, Doxygen. We'll consider adding delegate for auto deleting items in inventory. Right. This is more like gameplay stuff that I kind of want to figure out. But we're just in the let's create all of our items and objects phase, you know. Because there's also this like when you use a potion, should you get a glass bottle? I don't know. Uh hmm. I do think that there is a thing that is durability. I'm also not the biggest fan of this. Now, durability. I don't think durability makes sense as a Because the thing is, every single thing that you interact with, presumably, is an item. But an item is something you can carry in your inventory, which means you could also carry, potentially, you might be able to carry a player in your inventory. Though realistically, that would only make sense if it was a corpse, right? Like you would never be going around carrying a whole ass person alive. Maybe? But then is a person an object? I won't say when they are, but the truth is that I think that this is okay. And yeah, so integer, I think this is true. Right. I think that this is the way, and I think we also have to come up here. This can be a constant. Um, it has to equal 1, right? Because if it's not, you need to delete it. And oh, am I just retarded? This is the problem, right? You sit at work all day, you code all day, you come home, you're trying to do some stuff, and your hands, they don't work. Equals indurability. Yeah, and these should be constant references. Um, they really should. And, we should be doing stuff like this is why we're um yeah, equals 1. Stop. Indurability. Indurability. Equals 1. Okay, so okay, we're making progress here. We're going through. Um yeah, it's this part of the development process is a slog, right? This is the you just have to keep going through it. It gets a lot more fun in a little bit. Why is this angry? Item. Print. And error. I don't think error is implemented properly. No, it's not. So, real quick side quest. Neither is this. So this also needs a constant string reference, which is going to be called from, which is going to equal, is it built-ins? Func? No, it's built-in func. Oh, I don't know, remember. It's Thunder built-in func. It's not function. Surely. Well, I'm fucking wrong. Well, when you're wrong, you're wrong. Um, yeah, so this allows you to see what function this function was called from. We should also add... No, that should be fine. So here what we do is we say called from plus called from colon through error colon. Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna do the same thing to the warning. These are great. Oh, they're great, but they're so ugly. Is this too much? Am I being too much if I say define from func? Can you do this? Does this even work? Can you do... Hold on. I don't think this compiles, personally. Because now the issue is... Everywhere you have print, you're going to be able to see called from. Can you define something privately? Oh, hold on. This is a... Okay. I don't know how the compiler treats this. So this is going to be from func. And this just in caps is going to be from func. And this is going to be from func. And here we're going to call this from func. Like this. Okay. Listen. No? Okay, listen. I don't know if this is going to compile. We've been typing for a while. I don't have my hopes up. I don't know how this macro works out. I'm pretty sure it fails. Oh shit, I have so many fucking errors. Okay. This is my bad. This is my bad. We can fix this really quick. We can fix this quick. I should have done this right the first time. F item is now item. And we just replace all on this. 4 occurrences. Cool beans. Okay, so that resolves those. And we just compile again. Again, we fucked this up. This was my bad. I should have done this right. I should have renamed it without... Print error definition. Redefinition of default argument parameter. Okay, this makes sense. So you cannot say that it equals something from func, and this could equal def func. It's okay. Hmm. Because like this, like what I want to do, I feel like it makes sense. I know that it's, I know that this is like the forbidden fruit, right? This is like the forbidden fruit. Um, okay, hold on. Hold on. Can we, okay, just listen to me. 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 Oh God. This is like the forbidden fruit. So can we static string reference? Can we const static string reference from func that takes in? No, this won't work because it must be preprocessor. It must be the built-in. So we have, okay, we have this option, right? What if we define def func this feels stupid. This feels retarded. From equals from func. From equals from func. And then this contains from, right? And this is capital. And we say this is, oh, yes. So this is lowercase from. And we say that you got this from. Okay. Is this, does this make sense? Right? So we can always see what function the error was called from so that we can always trace it back. And mm, yeah. I don't have high hopes for this. Mm-hmm. Okay, you know what? This is what we do. We hit this with a to do. Okay, and for now, we don't stop because we're making some time right now. We're getting some things done. We're going to say this is from equals dunder built-ins. Built-ins a function. It's built in. I always forget. I always forget. And this, my friends, is gonna equal something sort of like this right now. Boop. And we take this and we comment it out. And we do this and we comment it out. So for anybody who doesn't know what this does, the built-ins here, what they do is they go into the preprocessor, which is when your code is compiling, the preprocessor scans through every function and it checks for a bunch of things. And one of the things that it checks for is stuff like this, stuff like definitions and defines. And when your preprocessor goes through, what it's actually doing is it's doing things like expanding definitions. So when you type something out, right? If you have like a before, if you have like a before preprocessor stage, what's going to happen is we're going to say like print error, you know, something broke. I'm just going to do this, right? And this is going to be before. And then after the preprocessor runs, what's going to happen is it's going to say print something broke, and then it's going to change the argument of here to wherever it was called. So say this was called in like the item constructor, right? I know we don't call it there, but let's just pretend for fun. It is just going to actually, you know what? Okay, maybe that's better. It doesn't matter. Where is it? Oh, no. Where was it actually called in item? So in item, we call it in print. So what this is now going to do is it's going to say item print. And it's going to like return this as a string, right? I can't remember if it does the colons or if it does like, item dot print or item. I can't exactly remember what it does. It's been a long time since I've actually used it because there's different tools for this. But it's essentially just going to do this, right? So now we don't have to worry about, it makes it a lot easier to debug, right? And by the way, there's also line and file for these. It's annoying that you have to type it out. You can probably wrap it in a macro. But the problem is that you wrap something in a macro that's already wrapped in something else. Yeah, it's simple. You can't find it in the source. And this is the issue with it, is that const eval character pointer throw. Yeah, I don't even know, man. I'm not fucking with that. I'm an Unreal Engine developer, bro. Like, I don't know. There's so much stuff in C++ I'm not super good at because I'm so used to relying on Unreal Engine. Like, the API inside of Unreal Engine is bananas. It's like, what? Unreal 5 is 44 million lines of code or something ridiculous. I'm spoiled. I'm spoiled that I get to work in Unreal all day long. I'm definitely spoiled. Sometimes it is just nice to do a little bit of raw C++. That's why I didn't even install Boost. I just wanted it raw. Some raw C. Please, please. So anyway, back to this. There is this concept of like questionable to any, right? Which means use has a virtual int. This has a reduced durability function, right? Which is a part of use. When you use a function, whatever, when you minus equals, I suppose, minus equals reduced durability. Right, like this makes sense, right? Um, do you have to write const in the... Okay. Um, which means that there is something to be said for passing in an item role, right? Or for an item to store a role, right? Does it make sense that the item is actually the thing that contains the dice value? What if you drink a potion and you roll a crit? Like, could you critical heal on a potion? See, this is my problem with the fucking use function, right? Like, I think use is going to be overridden in every single solitary item. Like, there's no way around it, right? If you use potions, but what do potions do? Potions could give you armor. Potions might need a character. Potions might need reference to the character. This is why I put stats in a struct. Because I was trying to think ahead for stuff like this. What is this fucking screen trying to tell me? Replace, find and replace. Oh, fuck off. Leave me alone. What do you mean find and replace is still open? Shut the fuck up. Leave me alone. Um, yeah. Item.use must return a value. How about that? No. You know what? We're going to return not shut the fuck up because I do want it to shut the fuck up. Anyways, um okay. So everything compiles now. This is good. This is dandy. I okay. Look, here's this thing with use, right? I feel like use takes in a dice. And we call this use success, right? So we take in a dice, right? And this is the use success. Can you use a weapon for anything other than dealing damage? Yes, because dealing damage is going to be. But you could throw a potion. Hmm. You know, this is the problem is that I do a lot of. I build QA frameworks as a part of my job. And I think that sends me on goose chases. We're going to close this window. We're going to see if it goes away. I hope it goes away. So, here's what I'm thinking. If you roll a 1 or an N, such that N is the size of your dice sides, and you roll a 1 or 4, respectively, that should be a crit. You can critically fail or you can critically succeed. I don't know if it's fair to make every single one a critical failure and every single N a critical success. Now, you could have a stat called crit chance, which improves this. It's a consideration, right? Like, am I getting too into the weeds on this? I think the problem is that I'm struggling to understand this function. Right? I think it's that this function right here is driving me a little bit crazy. Cuz use in right? The problem is that use is sort of like this void use args situation, right? Can you fucking define that? Suck a dick. Hold on. This is a little bit out of my area of expertise when it comes to C++. Okay, we're going to listen. 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 Is this about to get fucking magical? Hold on. Can you template? Hold on. Hold on. Hmm. Can you virtual? No, virtual is not allowed. Okay. We have we have some things to consider here. Uh we have a lot of things to consider here. Because on one hand, hmm, I forget how the variable argument thing works. Just let me take a look. C++ 26 is already out? What the fuck? Are you serious? It's 2025. It's January. Get fucked. Get fucked. Let's see some examples. Is the output of the above compile errors? Okay, bro, come on. VA list. VA start list count. So I say VA list. This is a defined or a uh it's a reserved word. And I say VA arg list the type that I want. And this is telling me that I just need to static cast to type. So, oh, no. I see. So this is saying that this has a double called average. Average. And it's saying average plus equals static cast double to the type, which I'm assuming the first type is going to be an int. So if I come down here and I say list dot get lists, okay, well, can I do VA lists and get anything off of this? No. Can I F12 this? Oh, this is going to be a fucking nightmare. Yes. This is going to be a fucking... This is the realm of C++ very few dare to delve into. This is if in def C++. Yes. This is the far lands. This is the realm of C++ that only the bravest dare to venture. I feel like this is the realm of C++ where Python developers think that this is what all C++ is like. And people who code in C++ all day, when we look at this, we're just like, fuck you to the moon. Listen, you nerds. Whatever that. Listen, let me just say this. Whoever wrote this deserves to make a retarded amount of money. Whatever it is, it's probably not enough. Like Joe now, oh, it's defining it by platforms. Okay, I see. But this is still like fuck you to the moon. This is retarded. Look at this. No, thank you. No, thank you. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Okay. Cuz here's the thing, right? Hmm. So this is what's confusing to me here, right? This is saying VA list equals list. And it is used to iterate on the ellipses. So this is initializes start and count. We pass the argument a list and an integer. Or we pass it the arg and we tell it the data type that we want, which here we're getting a list of integers. And we divide all of this by the count, which is a argument. So when you call this, does it just return whatever it was and then just increment it? Like it just assumes that you were correct in what you got and you can't access it again? Of fucking course it isn't. Hold on. Let's just. What's the library? CST Darg. Ugh, God. Or size of t. -1 does not equal 0. Yeah, I don't know how to read this. Like, look, it was size of like an int64 and stuff. So you're dereferencing pointer is a plus equal to size. Or yeah, see this I don't understand this level of C++, right? AP plus equals the size of int64 minus the size of int64. What? Oh, hold on. No. Okay, yeah, I just don't understand what the fuck this is doing. And people always say, comment your code. Make sure you commented your code. This is the standard library. No comments. No fucking idea what's going on here. So I think that's what this is saying here. I think it was right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So VA arg returns the value in VA list, which is currently referring to, and then it increments to the next parameter and the type of parameter we are trying to access. Okay, so hmm. You know, it's hard, right? Because like, how do you make double is what is has a problem? Okay, it's hard, right? Because you need something to use a function, and in Python, this is very easy because Python doesn't give a shit, right? You pass it any function with any parameters and any return value, and it's just kind of like, oh my god, that's like my function delegate now. Fantastic. But because here we just pass it references, right? And what I'm thinking is like if okay, let's just talk about this for a hot second, right? If we are in the context of a potion, then okay. Okay, just give me a second. Give me a second. Like if you're in the context of a potion, right? What do you pass in? Does it make more sense to pass in the player? Because a potion could affect your armor, it could affect your HP, it could affect your mana, obviously. It could affect your damage for some amount of time. Oh, time is another thing. I guess we do turn based, obviously. I'm not going to be checking the actual time. That doesn't seem fair for a text based adventure game. I think it'd be more turn based. Obviously, that seems to fit the genre a little bit more. Um, yeah, and these are given sequentially, right? So you need to know presumably what's being passed in anyways. It's a difficult problem. Yeah. You know what we're gonna do is we're just gonna keep this on the back burner, right? Because I think And I feel like use item, it needs a chance to crit, right? And maybe that's what the Boolean is. The Boolean is the crit. Why is this angry? Reduced durability is undefined. I probably just need to compile. It makes you wonder. There are choices to be made. Durability minus equals reduced durability. We also need like an if. And this is the thing. We need to think about callbacks. We need to delete it. Right, and this is the issue, is that on one hand, we need to delete items when we use them. Use roll? Hmm. Because there's this, like, look, there's this universe, right, where you, I'm just thinking, like, can you use a weapon and then can you damage somebody with a weapon? And are those two different values? Like, here in our weapons, we've added the damage roll. Is that actually a use roll? And do we contain a crit roll? Right? And if this is true, then here we just include dice. Right? And then the use roll, I think, what the fuck is it? Wait? in weight. Wow, that's an interesting thing that's happening. Would be like a 1 die 4. I think would be the base because I think that's fair. A use roll should be maybe a 1 die 4, and then balls. We have a in crit roll, which is also a 1 die 4, right? And we have a bool. Is it like 1 to 1 durability? Is it durability on use? Is it always durability? What's the word? What is it called? Um, because we have this equation we need to work through, right? Do we say like equipment? Do we just say because these are items and this is equipment. Mind you, these are also equipment and they also would follow the same logical rules of durability. Do they? Hmm. There's a universe where you could enchant magical items. And I feel like I'm getting lost in the weeds and I'm trying to. This is always the issue I have with like creating the most abstract classes is that like rather than just getting it done, I always get kind of like lost in figuring this stuff out. Okay. Um be always be always damage. That's what we're going to call it. Constable reference. A skadoosh. Be always damage. And this is going to equal true, I think, by default. Why does it keep asking me about the weight? This belongs on this level. Oh, this should be. Cool. Cool. Um, cool. So, What this returns, I still do not fucking know. I really, really. What the fuck does this return? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. What I do know is that we need a use roll. So we need a U and 8. We're going to call this rolled equals. Why does it always want weight? Why does everything in this fucking class think that it's a weight? I guess you could also go like and just roll it. That needs to be added to dice. Does it not? It does, because it can't be static. So then we also need const uint 8t roll. No, it can't take anything in. And this is going to this is going to this is static. This is going to take dice. It's going to take F dice roll self. This. Yeah. Okay, cool. So that should work. I think it does work actually. Rebuild. It'll work. She's getting angry. Ambiguous overload. Hell yeah. Okay. These though, let's be real. These could be static constants. No? Like is there a reason for them not to be? Right? So we could just roll the dice that we have. More than one instance of overloading this. Why don't you shut the fuck up and compile the project? And I think it's gonna compile. Don't be bitch. Don't be bitch. Be bitch. Oh, it's going to be bitch. Yes, be bitch. Ambiguous overload. I don't think it is. I really don't think it is. Yeah, it might be. But I don't think it is. I don't think it is. I don't think it is. I think that this is being stupid. Is it that I'm doing a constant it doesn't like? That's not true. Like it's obviously true because I'm not smarter than the compiler. That's hmm. But like, am I crazy in thinking that it's not? Hold on. Because when I didn't have these as const, but it should be const, right? You should be returning a constant static variable for this role. You should just say, hey, go look at this memory address. That's what I want you to use. I don't want to be creating integers all over the fucking place, right? Declared on line 31 here. Does it? I don't know if it does. Well, it's not particularly happy with me right now. I don't really care though. 11 warnings. Fuck off. We don't care about warnings. Warnings are irrelevant. That's future Tyler's problem. Always remember, warnings are future you's problem. They're never your fault and they're never your problem. It's always future you's problem. Always. Don't ever forget that. It's very important to remember. It's never your problem. It's always future you's problem. Okay. So here's what I rolled. I want to pass that into my reduced durability roll. Right? Because realistically, you can never roll. God. I feel like this could be a fucking macro. I'm getting super sick and tired of this. Like, could this not just be like a quint? I don't know, man. Like, I'm getting real close to like as defining this as like a bite. Like, I swear to fucking God, I'm getting real goddamn close. And bites, this is how they call Uint 8s in Unreal Engine. It's just the type that they've defined. Do I just define it as a type? I don't know. I don't know. Oh. I don't know. Hmm. I don't know. Or this would be like you would it'd be like a Ewan's eights. You know, it'd be like a const. Ah. You know, and we would define this as like a byte. You know, or like I don't know, something like this. So we didn't have to fucking type out this Uint 8 underscore T fucking garbage. I'm getting sick and tired of this shit. You know, we could just say byte. But yeah, you know, there's an issue with this, right? Because Well, there's a lot of issues with this, right? Um, like on one hand, on the you should use like type def, UN8, uh, right? Oh, do I have to do the? Oh, fine. Is that too much? I feel like this is too much. Am I? Oh, I'm so sick and fucking tired of typing this out. I fucking had it typing all of this shit out. Oh, this is something to consider. Like a C bite and a bite, right? Because listen, I am sick and fucking tired of typing this shit out. This is a garbage data type. And I understand, listen, I get it. A large part of this was done for backwards compatibility. It's okay. I get it. Right? I get it. Because, we start with it's a fucking uint. It's a uint. You scroll down the fucking list. There's too many types. I don't know. Constant. This could return a C byte, right? Ah. But see, this is a little awkward, right? This could return like a const byte. I think that's fair. Okay, listen. This is something to consider. Okay, look, we're going to put this in the to do. We're going to have a day where we just go through all of the ideas. Okay? Why is this bitching? Declaration incompatible. Yeah, fair enough. So we're going to go back to the item. So we need to add logging for this, I feel. I do think that there needs to be. Can you spawn two terminals? Can you open two terminals? There's no way that you can't. System gnome terminal. X term. This is a whole. I'm not okay. You know what? Okay. You know what? We're not even gonna think about this right now. Add logging. Okay. Reduce durability. Durability minus equals B. Always reduce durability is true, multiplied by reduced durability, which, as we said, durability should be a uint 8 underscore T. God, I'm so sick and tired of typing this shit. I fucking hate typing this shit. Something cannot have negative durability. Okay, that's just fucking retarded. Something cannot be more broken than broken. That's just like the most broken anything in the universe can be is zero. It's just kind of silly. Um okay. So durability minus equals always damage, zero is false, multiplied by this. So this is not right. So if durability minus equals, hold on. Let's just pull this out of this statement for a second. Be always damage, true, else reduce durability, rolled. No, this is wrong. This is obviously stupid. This is obviously retarded. Minus equals reduced durability. Minus durability is going to say return reduced durability. So if be always, we're going to return ooh, okay, hold on. Rolled has to be a dice, right? Yeah, enrolled has to be a dice. Yeah. So we need to now know. This is where you start to get up into your private shit. Shit. Um, if rolled equals No, this takes no. This takes a uint 8. Yeah. Yeah. Because you want to know what actually got rolled. So if B always, durability minus minus, right off the top. Then you want to know if you crit, which hmm. Because you need to know a way to check if it's like 1 or n, right? So it's sort of like E crit. E crit, you would have like a critical failure, critical strike. You would have a critical success. So now you would go. This would return a crit. Const E critical success. Uh, check crit. Const static. This takes in a uint 8 rolled. Ew, I had to sneeze. I know you heard it, baby cakes. So a const uint 8 and a fucking F dice possible roll. Yeah. Create implementation. So this is going to say if yeah. It's going to say if rolled equals Get rolls multiplied by possible roll dot sides Is this what you do? But if you roll a 2, you could never critically fail. That's an interesting mechanic. You could hide that mechanic so nobody knew about it. Or if rolled is greater than get rolls, is equal to get rolls. Crit roll. This is retarded. What is this? If rolled equals get sides and crit roll equals crit roll dot roll equals crit roll dot get sides. This is what we've been talking about the whole time. This cannot be static. This has to be internal. Yes. So if rolled equals the amount of possible sides and crit roll equals get sides, this makes sense. Then this equals a critical success. Else, if rolled equals get rolls, which would presumably equals the minimum, right? Because there's no way you can get more than the amount of rolls, because the smallest amount that a die could have is 0 or is 1. And crit roll dot roll equals 1. We're going to return a critical failure. This makes sense. Yeah? I think this makes sense, right? If rolled, 1 die 6, right? So let's just say this. If 1 die 6 returns 6, then the crit roll returns the max, returns sides, which, in this case we would say 6. We return a crit. Right? This makes sense, I think. And I think that this is rather fair, actually. And it sort of takes crits away from being crazy difficult to achieve, and it sort of makes your crit multiplier a little bit easier to understand, right? Because when we think about a crit multiplier, if we go like 1 divided by 6, that's 1.66, right? So if you have a 25% crit chance, well, let's just show it here. Oh, I'm fucking retarded. Hold on. Yeah, that's like a 2 die 6, right? So a little bit less. So, something like a 1 die 6 chance is 16%, right? This is yeah, I got confused for a sec. This is another way to look at it. For every 1 die 6 crit chance, you have a 16% chance, given you also hit the other number. So maybe that's a little bit harsh. However, your base crit chance is 1 die 4, right? So 1 divided by 4 is obviously 25%, which means your base crit chance is not 25%. It's it's significantly lower. Uh, we're gonna play with this. We're gonna play with this. I think that this is fun. I think that we can work with it. Okay. All right. I need to take a 10-minute break, and I'll be right back. Alrighty then, the break is over. Back to the disciple of Morango. I am so excited for that sentence to finally make sense. Oh, y'all got some waiting to do, but it's going to be fantastic. This game is going to be so dope. The thing is, with most coding projects, especially when you're coding for fun, right? There's a long time of just kind of like fucking around. And a lot of it is sort of like, I, I code 8 hours a day. Well, I do a lot of paperwork as well because, how could we ever run a multi-billion-dollar company without huge levels of useless bureaucracy? Because the bureaucracy is fun. Like you code for like 8 hours a day. Crit check. Can only items critically hit? Oh, fuck. Is this a types thing? Is this a function that exists in types? Which is like... Hold on. Do we have like a struct? Why are we passing it the possible to roll? We know what that is because we know the... Hmm. I feel like we could check the critical in types, and this might be a good place to introduce a nameless struct, no? Because we get this... Oh, we're not going to do this. We're just going to copy and paste it. We check what you rolled. We check the possible roll. And then we take in the, like, and then we take in the critical roll. And, I really feel like this might be, like just a base function across everything. Right? And like even this should be like a const F dice reference. This as well, a const F dice reference, though I do kind of, from being completely real with you, sort of think that maybe this could equal like a 1 die 4. I think that's fair. I think that the base level of criticality, or whatever the fuck it would be called, Hmm. Why is my pointer all fucked up? Hmm. Hold on. Why is this? I think that should work. I don't think it's gonna work. And then now again. Oh, dice does not require types. Is dice a type? Are like let's be real. Is dice a type? Like, is dice a type? I don't know. I feel like it's how many things. So type is in print, class, base character. We can yeet that for now. And a lot of what we're doing is in the headers. So print requires types. Class, yeah, class is a struct. Dice.hpp. To rebuild the solution here. Let's see the declaration. I see. Create declaration. Yes. It's like reduce their ability and you give them back your ability, but this should be a uint 8. I hate typing uint 8. I hate it so much. You have no idea how annoying it is. It's so bad. Um, it's the minus T. It's not even that bad. It's just the minus T. Drives me fucking bananas. Um, okay. Let's just keep schlepping along here. So class.hpp doesn't even exist. Dice. The default die is a one die two. So this we don't include print in the dice, even though I think we should. Yeah. This should be just there we go. And again, let's be real, this should just be constant. It should just be a constant reference. Same with our printing of strings. Let's be real. Uh, this should just be a constant string reference. There's really no reason that it's not. Um, and look, I know the printing right now is super janky. That's a whole other thing. Okay, I'm gonna take a few days. Undefined type of F dice. So? Oh, right, because I put it in here. Yeah. Um. Hmm. Why does forward declaring it not work? I haven't had to forward declare things in so long. Um. I haven't had to forward declare things in so long. Yeah. So, listen, let's be real. We're now entering into that territory of dice needs types, but types shouldn't need damage. So, check crit, I think, should be a part of dice. Because dice just fucking is dice. No? Oh, and well, a part of it was this. Okay, hold on. Hmm. Am I retarded? Okay. Let's just rebuild it and see what errors we get. Yep, it hates my fucking life. Cool beans. Hmm. Let's keep going. Dice is angry. Dice is very angry. The thing is, I think you just take this and you just make it a static function, right? I think this is really what makes more sense. You like from dice, you just check if it is a critical. You pass it these things and it just returns it. Does that make sense from dice? From dice. I think the dice checks if it's a critical because the dice is sort of like the random module that exists in the game. Um is const F dice. Am I just being stupid? I think I'm being stupid. Am I retarded? Is const F dice. There's no way that changes it. Hmm. Okay. So if rolled equals possible, minus equals dice F dice. It should be get crit, I think. enrolled, then you pass it, F dice. What is it for this item? It is use roll and crit roll. Enrolled. No? Get crit once an F dice. Enrolled, hey? Durability rolled. Rolled. Yeah, so reduced durability is an item. Oh, oh. Okay. Let's just keep going. Check crit and item. Item can fuck off. Hmm. Are these warnings or errors? Errors. Type F dice is not allowed. 99. In spell damage. Types. You know what? We're going to say fuck every pointer. Fuck the problems. To do. Ooh, that's not right. Go into class and add CPP file. I gotta be real. The whole HPP thing is fucking retarded. It's just nonsensical. Mm. Man, I wish I didn't have so many drinks. It'd be so nice to go to the massage parlor right now, but that's just not the world that we live in. Yeah. Your boy got that fucking whiskey dick. I'm unapologetic about it. Super worth it. What are these warnings? Hmm. I, declaration of F dice not allowed. You know what? Fuck this shit. We're just gonna keep pushing on. Fuck these guys. We're just gonna keep going. So reduce durability. Be always damage. Durability equals get crits. Yes, one or two. Else if. It's just else. Okay, hold on. If you always lose durability, you kind of want like durability to lose one always. But the get crit can be 0, 1 is normal because it returns an enum, right? So this could return a 1. Where is it? E crit. Failure is 0, normal is 1, success is 2. Yeah. It should be a single roll. Because get crit returns 0, 1, 2. Or crits. Yeah, but if it's 0 or crits, durability minus minus. If crit equals 0, then you lose double the durability. Just right away. Even though durability is a uint. That's fine. Else. So we're gonna get the crit, and it's 0. And not crit. Yeah, it should be if not crit. And if not crit. If always damage, reduce the durability. If anything else but 0, cast that to a Boolean, return 0. Return negative durability. Then you return durability. Else, so this is a critical loss of durability, right? Ooh, this is a tricky one. How do we write this out, right? Because if, hold on. E critical is failure, or crit equals E critical normal. This is what we should do. Make it verbose, right? Else, if yes, so else crit durability minus equals else if, right? Because let's be real, what is it being critic on? Else if, huh? Else if, else if, reduce durability. No, this can't be right. Return durability? After this is violating so many coding principles here. Um so if always damage, durability minus minus. Yeah, this is super fucked. Very scuffed. We're just gonna put scuffed. Yeah, scuffed. Um, if always damage durability, durability just goes down by one. It just does. If crit equals failure or crit equals normal, it doesn't make sense. Durability equals you lose an extra one. Well, I think it's like um because if crit equals e crit, oh whoops. Success or mm, yeah, so we just return minus minus durability. It was a critical failure. Else we like print an error. We'll just say failure. The function call will find it. It's all good. Um, else crit so if you do not always damage somebody, durability minus minus. If you do. If you do not, this is where it gets fun, right? Because we can say only do damage if you do like under half. So, ooh, but we need to know the potential rolled. Oh, we need to overload this function. Oh God, I wish I could go to the parlor so bad. I've had a few too many drinks to go to the parlor. It is what it is. I can still go, obviously. I hear people partying. It would be nice to. It'd be nice to go enjoy that, but whatever. Um, yeah. Yeah. So it's a weird one, right? Reduced durability. It's a problem. If always reduce by one. Else, if critical failure equals one, reduce it again. Hmm. Is this an enrolled times use rolls? Mm. No, I don't need this. Right? Because, oh no, we need to check the maximum. Right? Because this is essentially the men, right? This is like check men. And this is like check max. Right? So it's really like get the rolls times uh yeah. If the enrolled is less than use rolls times the get sides. Yeah. Okay. Hmm. Then we return. Then we just return durability, right? To do add logging. We need so much logging. One thing I will say about working in the corporate world is that logging is so fucking amazing. I love it so much. Um, yeah, I don't know. I'll be back in 2 seconds, but Alrighty then. I don't know. When does eh, yeah, it's always waiting annoying waiting for next show. Let's keep going. So where are we? Working on this durability function, I guess. Else this is silly. Cons enrolled. Men. So if you always do damage, really, that should be here, right? Like it really should. If you always do damage, it should actually be bibbidi 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 bap. If you always do damage, it should just be above everything else, right? That just is what you do. That's you just deal damage, right? If you have a critical failure, you lose one additional durability, I guess. Else, if uh, else if it's a critical success, you return durability. Is this good? This is not. However, okay, listen. I am exhausted. I'm going on. I started working at 7 a.m. today. It is now 11 p.m. I'm fucking tired. I love y'all very much. Have a good night. And make yourself a disciple of Morango.